Fraternity, I welcome you all to the ICAI's Convocation May 2023, which is indeed an historic moment. I extend a very hearty welcome to our Honorable President of ICAI, CA Aniket Sunil Talati, sir, our Vice President of ICAI, CA Ranjit Kumar Agarwal, sir, and I also welcome our Central Council members and coordinators of today's programs, our other dignitaries, newly enrolled members, rank holders of CA final examinations held in November 2022, and respected parents. I welcome you all on today's grand event of ICAI Convocation 2023. Over a period of time, ICAI has achieved recognition as a premier accounting body, not only in the country but also globally, for maintaining highest standards in technical and ethical areas, and for also maintaining highest stringent examination and education standards. Since 1949, this profession has grown leaps and bounds in terms of members and student base. And with that, I would now be requesting our dignitaries to come on stage. Can we have a great round of applause for our President of ICAI, CA Aniket Sunil Talati, sir. I also invite on stage our Honorable Vice President, CA Ranjit Kumar Agarwal, sir. CA Pramod Jain, our Central Council member and also the convener and MNSS Directorate. CA Sanjay Kumar Agarwal, sir, also our Central Council member. CA Dr. Raj Chawla, sir, our Central Council member, and CA Sanjeev Kumar Singhal, sir. Once again, a great round of applause, please. I would now request CA Pramod Jain, our Central Council member, to please present a bouquet as a token of respect and appreciation to our Honorable President of ICAI, CA Aniket Sunil Talati, sir. I would now be requesting CA Sanjay Kumar Agarwal, sir, our Central Council member, to present the bouquet to our Honorable Vice President, CA Ranjit Kumar Agarwal, sir. To celebrate the glory of success, ICAI conducts convocation twice every year at different cities and awards certificate of membership to newly enrolled chartered accountants and facilitate the rank holders of the CA examination. Today, this convocation ceremony is being organized in 12 cities at the same time. It is a moment of great pride that more than 16,000 new members are being convocated today. Now, before we proceed to our official program, I request our dignitaries on stage to kindly join us for the lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge.
Request everyone to take this seat fast. Program has been started at head office. Request everyone standing, please. Person request everyone to take the seat.
Yes, rank holders, please come and seat in the front rows in the right side. Please come and seat in
I
the front
once again
rows
now
on the
request you
side.
all to rise for the ICAI motto song.
येष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति येष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्मिमाणः निर्मिमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शितः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता.
I now request CA Pramod Jain, our Central Council member and also the convener of MNSS Directorate, to kindly give his welcome address to the gathering. Can we have a great round of applause, please?
Thank you very much. The first person of this profession, the head of the family, the young, energetic and dynamic, one of the youngest President and Honorable President CA Aniket Sunil Talati. He is, to be very frankly, he is one of the rare council members who is a third generation council member. His grandfather was also a council member, his father also, and he also. So you might be thinking that our president, the head of the family, is so young, how he gets the experience. He gets the experience because, of course, it flows into his blood. Not only the third generation council member, but second generation president. His father was also his father was also a past president. And to be very frank, he has got very much similarities with our Honorable Prime Minister. He is from Gujarat, and our Prime Minister is also from the Gujarat. When he was the chairman of Ahmedabad branch, because he hails from the Ahmedabad, at that time, Honorable current Prime Minister, he was there, the Chief Minister, so he had an occasion to call him to one of the programs. And today, when he is the President, we are hoping that he would be again inviting that Honorable Prime Minister to the programs of our institute. And in fact, of course, he is one of the presidents who had, after a long gap, maybe one-to-one meeting with our Honorable Prime Minister. I really welcome you, Honorable President of the ICAI. Also, we have our another top leader, our Honorable Vice President, CA Ranjit Kumar Agarwalji, who is very meticulous. And one thing which I really appreciate, I have never told him, but the way of dressing is really remarkable, Ranjit Bhai. Really, and I would say that all my young members, they should learn to be presentable. And of course, his acumen for being very meticulous, and also he is the generator of this very popularly known UDIN, which we all know that institute is known not only in India, outside India. It is because of his great efforts. I welcome you, CA Ranjit Kumar Agarwalji, our Vice President from Kolkata. And in fact, I really thank you and welcome you both, because despite of your pressing reasons to be at somewhere else to have this convocation, but you have been very kind and very gracious to let the head office, I would say the Delhi, to choosing your address physically at Delhi. So I really thank you from the core of my heart, both the President and Vice President out here. I also welcome our council members who are here right now, CA Sanjay Kumar Agarwal ji, CA Raj Chawla ji, and of course, I'll talk about my various other council colleagues who are there throughout the country today. We are having the convocation today live all over the country at 12 places, which is Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Pune, which is in the western region, the Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, which is in the southern region, Kolkata in the eastern region, Ghaziabad, Jaipur, Indore at the central region, and of course Delhi and Ludhiana at the northern region. So I welcome all my council members who are there to have the convocation of my newly elected newly admitted members to the institute. I also welcome the parents of all the newly joined members who are there physically at all the 12 locations, and maybe many through the digital virtual mode, which is there through the ICAI TV. If any of your parents who have not been here, they can go and click the ICAI TV, the live tube channel. There you will get the link. They can see the convocation live. And of course, I welcome all my new members, all newly chartered accountants. Welcome to the CA family. Nearly 4 lakh members. You have shifted from that 8 lakh student members to 4 lakh members, which is having 5 regional councils, 168 branches, 45 overseas chapters, 35 representative office, over 80 cities, over 80 cities and 47 countries in the country. I welcome you all. And I also welcome our NIRC chair, who is here, Gaurav Gargji, with his team in the NIRC out here. So I am hoping that everyone is today having a great time, because this is a very, very precious moment for all the newly joined members as well as their parents. I welcome you all. Thank you very much.
I would now be requesting our Honorable Vice President of ICAI, Sri Ranjit Kumar Agarwal, sir, an idol of knowledge and experience, to please address us all. Can we have a great round of applause, please?
Our honorable, respected, young, and very, very dynamic president of ICAI, C. Aniket Talati. We have very senior council colleague on the dais, C. Sanjay Ji Agrawal, Pramod Ji Jain, Raj Chawla, Sanjeev Singhal, chairman of the NIRC, and all the council colleagues who have joined virtually from 12 locations across the country, all my young chartered accountant friends and the member of our family, respected parents who have joined to witness the convocation of their children. Good morning to all of you. I think you all are energetic, so good morning. First of all, my compliment to becoming the member of one of the largest accounting body of the world, the member of the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. The institute is now one of the largest accounting body across the globe. And just would like to tell you, one of the girls joined the CA course. She wanted to do CA, but she was not focused. She was not used to study the way she should study. And she was involved in social media and all these things. So in our institute, either you can be a social or you can be a CA. So her mother decided to make her CA. And for that, the mother at the age of 43 also joined CA. And both the mother and daughter studied CA together. They went for the tuition center, but then they said, we will not disclose we are mother and daughter. After 5 years of hard work, 20 hours they studied together at home. There was a problem in the family. Somebody was hospitalized. The mother used to study outside the ICU room. After 5 years, the daughter becomes CA. And after 6 years, at the age of 49, the mother also becomes CA. It's the story of a Reena and Radha Bondia from Rajasthan. So the message is that if the parents decide that I will make my son or daughter whatever I want, they can do anything by sacrificing everything for them. So please give a big round of applause to your parents first.
Recording in progress.
Whatever you are today, in this planet, you have been born, you have been educated, you are earning now. That is because of only two people, your mother and your father. And this is the value system of India. India, rich culture, heritage and value, these family systems exist in India only, nowhere across the globe. In India, it's a value. Outside India, it's a valuation. Entire world talks about the value. Everything is the contract. If you go outside, it's a contract. In India, it's a value. And that's why our family system in India has been privatized. But the family system outside India has been nationalized. The social security, contract, everything is there. But India, if you have become a CA, you take care of your entire family, your relatives, and the society. That's the empowerment. If one person become educated in India, he can change the entire family in this country. And that's why we are proud of Indian and the proud of value system we have in a country in which we live. And if you see this India, the way India is rising, the growth, the opportunity, it's a phenomenon. We are fortunate that we are witnessing this kind of growth in this stage of time. It's unprecedented and historical. And that's why whichever government, it's not about the government. The people of this country drive this country, not the government. Irrespective of the government, of course, the government is sensible and sustainable, then you can speed and scale can come. But in spite of that, if the people of this country are so rich, so value-based, they are driving a country like India, and we are fortunate that we live in a country like India. We have seen so many places outside world, but you will not find the culture, the respect, and the value system we have in India, any other country have. And as far as the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is concerned, we are committed to give our best, whatever best we can contribute for the growth and the development of this country. And that is the role of the Chartered Accountant. If you see, so huge opportunity available for Indian Chartered Accountant, not only in India, across the globe. We have seen how Indian Chartered Accountants are respected outside India. Huge demand for Indian CA. If you go any country of this world, Indian Chartered Accountants are not only, they are not doing data entry job. They are framing the policy of that company in whichever country they are. They are decision maker. And that's why, because of three major quality of Indian Chartered Accountant, they are respected across the globe. They are hardworking. You are hardworking. They are trustworthy. People trust you. And they are adaptable. Whichever way, whichever things, anything come, in any situation, we can adapt ourselves with the given situation. Because of these three major parameters, Indian CAs are respected across the world. And that's why I'm saying if India is growing and India, so much of development is happening in this country, the chartered accountants' contribution are immense. And if you see India, we were lacking in three areas: pharma, oil, and defense. Now, what India is doing? We are becoming independent in pharma. We are also becoming independent in defense. And with the blending of ethanol in the oil, 20%, we are also reducing our dependency on the oil. So if in three areas, India can become independent, nobody can beat India in next 25 years. It's a huge progress, huge development taking place in India. So what is the role of the Chartered Accountant to develop India? You are the brand ambassador of this country. Whatever certification, whatever insolvency, valuation, certification, tax audit, bank audit, whatever we are doing, if you think about the India, my signature, whatever I'm doing, whether I'm a CFO, CEO, or manager in a corporate, or I'm certification work or consultancy, whatever we are doing, if you think about India, you will realize what contribution you are making in the growth of this country. Now we are in the 75th year of existence. The Institute of Chartered Accountants India is now going to celebrate 75 years of existence. What is the role you are going to play once you become a chartered accountant? What kind of contribution you can make to this country, to this ICAI? And that's why we are saying, there is a Hindu mythology saying, first we learn, and then we earn, and then we have to return. What you can return to your alma mater, to this country, that you have to think on this day of convocation. It's not a convocation, it's a simple day. You are taking the oath for the ethics, integrity, and excellence, which you are going to serve for this profession and for this country. You have to take an oath to what you are going to do, not only for yourself, for this country and for this ICAI. And that's why this convocation is important in the sense, it is not just a selfie or a photography event. It's one of the most important events of your life where you will decide your fate and future, what you want to be for the rest of your life. Because once you have become an oath to become a chartered accountant and to contribute to the development of this country, this is the day you have to take a call. And in front of your parents, in front of the alma mater, in front of the leadership, what can be the better way to decide, take a vow, promise yourself to what you will do for the development of this country. I wish all of you best of luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your address. I would now take this opportunity to invite the navigator of this flagship of knowledge, our Honorable President of ICAI, CA Aniket Sunil Talati, sir, to please address us all.
A very good morning. Let me begin by saying how wonderful all of you look today morning in this robe that you are wearing, not just here in Delhi, but across the country in 12 different centers, 15,000 chartered accountants, your batchmates, your colleagues, your contemporaries who probably gave the examination in the same attempt as you are qualifying today. This is the strength of the accountancy profession in India, that 15,000 chartered accountants are going to be convocated, receiving their membership degree, will take their oath today. And 15,000 in just one attempt. I can tell you more than half the accounting bodies in the world, their total membership from their date of incorporation till today will not be 15,000. That is the strength of ICAI. That is the strength of the Indian accounting profession. So I begin by complimenting and congratulating each one of you on joining this coveted profession. On the dais, the Honorable Vice President of the Institute, Sri Ranjit Kumar Agarwal ji, who is very rightly begun by saying that this day not only belongs to all of you here in Delhi, in Chennai, in Jaipur, in Mumbai, in Ludhiana, in Ghaziabad, in Ahmedabad, in Bangalore, in Kolkata, in so many cities where we have not just the new members, but very importantly, their family members and their parents who are attending this convocation. Somebody asked me coming in, who is the chief guest for this program? And I think the chief guest for the program is not you, but the chief guest for this program are your parents who are extremely proud. Who are extremely proud of each one of you, who are proud of their children, who have made sure that they made sacrifices so that you could pursue this course. You could toil hard for 5 years, some of you even more, and ensure that you could get this coveted degree of chartered accountancy and proudly call yourself CA today. So I begin by saluting every parent, every father, every mother who's here, who has put in your tremendous amount of effort. And go back to that day when you got your result and opened that website, and you could see that pride in the eyes of your family, of your parents, of your siblings, of everyone around you, and the admiration and awe that they had that you have cleared this profession of chartered accountancy. And I request each one of you to keep that sight, keep that memory in your life forever. Because that, my dear friends, is going to be the guiding light for whatever decision you take in your life. It is extremely important for us to acknowledge the role that our parents have done, and whatever you do going forward from today, always remember that you will carry their admiration, you will carry their respect and their name in whatever you do. Be very mindful, be very careful, and don't do any act in your entire professional life that pride, that smile, that tear in their eye that you have given them by toiling so hard, they then have to think, why did my son have to do this act and bring down or bring disrepute to them? So very important for each one of us to acknowledge the role of our parents. I also welcome all the council members who are seated here on the stage. First and foremost, the chairman of the MNSS, who is sitting here, Pramod Jain ji, who has coordinated along with the deputy convener, who is in Bangalore, I understand, addressing all the members and taking care of the convocation there. This time, let me tell you that the institute is organizing the convocation in the month of May. And all members up to the month of April whose membership certificates were due and who had applied for membership are all being convocated. I believe this is one of the fastest times in which the convocation has happened, and I congratulate the entire MNSS directorate for the wonderful efforts that you have taken in organizing this. Also on the dais, Sanjay Agarwal ji, Sanjeev Singhal ji, Raj Chawla ji, all my council colleagues who are attending from various locations, who I will not name, but are extremely instrumental in making sure that this one-of-a-kind event, and I'm sure this is unique, nowhere else in the world I can think of, where 15,000 people will be convocating at the same time. You will all be taking your oath at the same time, and of course, during the course of the day, receiving your membership certificates. So my compliments to all the council members who are putting in so much effort in all of these centers, to the regional council chairman and the regional council members who are helping in coordinating, the branch chairman and the branch managing committee members. Friends, today the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is no longer just a national accounting body. It was mentioned that we have 168 branches. We have 5 regional councils. So in total, 173 locations just in India. And these are all the states, state capitals, various districts where our institute has presence, and over 100 locations where we have our own buildings, and at other places we have our infrastructure to support our membership and student. But what is also a matter of great pride that you must all understand is that this profession is no longer restricted to the geographical boundaries of India. Today, our presence is there in more than 48 countries of the world. We have overseas chapters and representative offices in more than 78 cities of the world. And this makes us the largest accounting body in the world. 4 lakh chartered accountants and almost 8 lakh students. That is the size of ICAI. That is the presence of ICAI. So be extremely proud that you are joining an elite club of membership, because in a country of 140 crore, we are only 4 lakh. And that is the value that this profession has. That is the kind of respect that the ICAI commands. And let me also tell you that today when I'm addressing you, we are on the verge of not just expanding our presence. In a couple of days, we have another office getting opened in the United States, in the city of Seattle, where we are opening a chapter. But constantly, the Institute is tying up with various professional bodies across the world. And today, more than 16 other professional bodies of accounting, where we have our MOUs and MRAs, which ensures that you can give 1 or 2 papers and become members of foreign bodies, which ensures that your professional opportunities are not just here in India, but across the globe. Only last week, the Honorable Vice President, myself, along with certain council members, had the opportunity to be in what is the Pan-Africa Federation of Accountants, or PAFA. This is the accounting body for all the African nations. And they organize once in 2 years the Africa Congress of Accountants. And when we reached in Africa, you will be surprised the number of chartered accountants that are today there in the continent of Africa, not as CFOs or accounts officers, but as CEOs who are making business decisions and are navigating the future of the company. That is the kind of role that we envisage for our future chartered accountants. You are not going to be restricted or bound by only accounting, finance, indirect tax, GST, direct taxation, or corporate tax planning. There is a huge array of opportunity that lies for our members across the globe. And I say this with confidence, having visited so many countries over the past 1.5 years, because last year, the Institute organized the World Congress of Accountants, where we had not just accounting bodies, but members from over 120 countries visit Mumbai at the World Congress of Accountants hosted by ICAI. And when I go there and I see in the Middle East, in Australia, in other parts of South Asia, our chartered accountants, and especially in the Middle East, if you open the door of the CFO in any company in the Middle East, I can assure you that 7 out of 10 of those CFOs will be members of our institute and chartered accountants. That is the kind of role our members are taking up across the globe. It truly is a global profession. And in this line, to take this opportunity forward, to take the momentum forward, this year on 24th, 25th, and 26th of November, the Institute is going to organize what is being called as the GLOPAC, Global Professional Accountants Convention, at Mahatma Mandir in Gandhinagar, where we are going to invite the best minds in the globe, not just to deliberate, but also members from all countries where accounting profession and Indian chartered accountants have opportunities, so that it truly becomes a boiling pot and an opportunity for all of you to further network and dwell upon the wonderful opportunities that lie in front of the profession. But friends, today when I address all of you from this convocation, let me also tell you that the expectation of the society and of regulators, of the government, of various agencies is extremely high. And therefore, each one of you sitting here in Delhi, or all my dear friends who are convocating across the country, have to be extremely mindful of the role and the expectation that each of these government agencies, regulators, and the society at large has from chartered accountants. From today, when you sign and attest a document, it is not going to be just signed by any ordinary citizen of India. It bears the stamp of a chartered accountant. And when you sign or certify something, it means that it is true, it is correct, it is verified, and you are able to certify those numbers. And therefore, extreme onerous responsibility is being cast on each one of you by conferring this degree. And when I say this, I just don't address the members in practice who probably sign on the right side of the financial statements as auditors and issue an opinion on the financial statement. But equally to my friends who will probably sign on the left side of the financial statements, maybe as accounts preparers or as CFOs or as responsible officers of the company. The code of ethics that is prescribed by the institute not only applies to members in practice, but now there are a lot of provisions, including NOCLAR, which apply even to members who are in industry and are in business or profession. And therefore, very important for you to realize that that signature, the value that is going to be given to you and conferred upon you today, is extremely important and is incumbent on each one of us to ensure that the trust society places on you, on me, on each one of us is upheld, and we are able to ensure that this trust is only amplified and the public realizes that this year, come July 1st, when we will celebrate 75 glorious years of this profession. On July 1st, my dear friends, the institute turns a new leaf. We enter our 75th year. And we as the council are celebrating the 75th year as 75 years of trust. 75 साल विश्वास के. और इस 75 साल का विश्वास that the government, the regulators, the agencies, the clients, the society at large has bestowed upon chartered accountants has to be understood, because not only do we have a glorious past, but we all have to ensure that we have an inspiring future. And this can be done if all of us understand the role that is being cast upon us at any level, in industry or in practice. I would also urge all the members today who are convocating, who may feel that, yes, I have completed my 5 years, foundation, intermediate, articleship, final, and now it is time to put all my books on the side, and from tomorrow I will have my practice, my work, and my income. But let me tell you, friends, it is in fact the beginning. The chartered accountancy course, and especially the profession of chartered accountancy, requires you to be learning at every opportunity. And at every juncture, you need to keep updating yourself. And in today's world, there are real challenges that are faced by the profession. There used to be a time before the spread of internet that a client would come to you and ask you, for example, if there was a capital gain challenge, of what are the opportunities available for him to reduce his tax liability, of course, within the four corners of law and as possible under the Income Tax Act. The generation that I come from, of course, internet was widespread. And people used to then Google and come and ask you, sir, ye 54 kya hota hai, 54F kya hota hai, 54EC kya hota hai. But when you go into practice, or when all of you will go into consulting or other areas, they will not only ask Google, but they will have a chat GPT who is going to give them a huge answer of any question that they have in mind. And therefore, you all have to be mindful that your answer cannot also be something which comes out of a Google search or from a chat GPT. It is your intellect. It is the power of analysis that this course curriculum has given each one of you, that you will have to demonstrate and put to the maximum use. Because I truly believe that these technologies of artificial intelligence, the ABCD as we call them, artificial intelligence, blockchain, cybersecurity, and data analysis, will not pose a challenge to the profession. But in my view, they are going to be a great aid and assistance to each one of you. But it is upon each one of us to try and see how do we ensure that these technological changes are understood by us first and applied in the right earnest, so that when we are discharging our professional responsibility, we are able to use these tools to aid us, to assist us in performing our professional responsibilities correctly. So please always understand that you have to remain updated. You will have to keep associated with the institute. There are branches, there are study circles, there are study chapters, there are regional councils, and of course there are central committees which constantly have seminars, programs, which will update each one of you. Today, the accounting profession, if you go globally, doesn't just talk about accounting standards, auditing standards, valuation, insolvency, or other areas. Today, the buzzword across the world is sustainability. And what can we do in this new world of ESG, where environment, society, and governance is taking center stage? When everything that we do will have to be measured, not only from the financial terms, but also from its impact that it has on the planet. And therefore important for you to understand that non-financial information, not just numbers, but carbon emissions, the kind of impact that is going to have on future finances. Because no longer are banks, no longer are big financial institutions, no longer are companies or investors in shares of companies interested in only investing in companies which have the highest EBITDA, highest PE, or the highest profitability. But they want to see the impact not just on profit, but the 3 Ps. Besides profit, the other 2 Ps are people and planet. And what impact does every corporation, every company, every organization that you wish to work for or that you wish to consult or audit, what is the impact that they have on planet and people? And this is going to be skills that you all will have to also upgrade. And therefore, I request you, do not take this as the final step of your professional life, but the first step for you to begin the ever continuing journey of learning and updating yourself. I also allude to what the Honorable Vice President said while addressing all of you. Always ensure that you keep the interest of the nation first. Ask me, and I go back to what John F. Kennedy once said, ask not what the country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Similarly, my dear chartered accountant friends, I always tell my members whenever I get the opportunity, and I urge all of you today when you are convocating and getting your degrees, ask not what ICAI can do for you, ask what you can do for ICAI. Ask yourself how you can contribute for the growth of the profession. Ask yourself how you can make sure that you become brand ambassadors of the profession. Not only inspiring the next generation to follow this course and take up the profession of chartered accountancy, but set an example for society at large that yes, this is a chartered accountant and this is how society must have professionals amongst ourselves. That is the kind of stature, that is the kind of respect our forefathers have ensured, that when you become a chartered accountant, you are looked up to, you command that respect. And it is important for each one of us to uphold that highest values of integrity, the highest values of trust, and the highest values of ethics which are imbibed in our profession to ensure that you are taking this profession forward and are representing this profession in the right earnest. My dear friends, I would also urge at this juncture that the Institute is constantly there to support, not just through the campus placements that we do, to ensure that all of you are getting your professional opportunities in industry. Even going forward, there are various opportunities which the profession will have and the Institute will bring forth for you. It is in the form of an overseas campus that we do on an annual basis to make sure that you are able to look at opportunities abroad. There are also various programs that various committees of the Institute do for career ascent. That is when you are set in a professional life after a few years and you want to look at a change and you want to upgrade your skills and upgrade your profession or your area of work. You will be given all the opportunities and help at the Institute to ensure you have the right kind of support. But I would also urge you, like I said, to give back to the Institute, to make sure that you recognize that you got the first foot in the door, the first job or the first assignment that you are able to secure. Always remember, it is because of this degree, it is because of this profession, it is because of this institute that you were given that recognition and the first job or the first opportunity. And therefore, always believe, as I always say, I am the I in ICAI. I am the Institute. I am India. The ICAI is not me, the president or the vice president or the council or the regional council. The ICAI resides in each one of us. And therefore, as you convocate today, I will only leave you with this message, that always make sure that you call yourself the I in ICAI. Be extremely proud of calling yourself chartered accountants. Make sure that you adore this profession and make sure that you keep the flag of the nation and of this great profession flying very, very high. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing with us your words of wisdom and also the guidance for steering into this profession. But I would once again like to invite you for the oath-taking ceremony. And to all the members who are here, there's an oath paper that you have in your folder. You could probably just take it out. And I request all of you to also stand up for the oath-taking ceremony, and not the parents. Parents might please be seated. It's just for the newly enrolled members.
Request all of you to kindly prepare for oath ceremony. Request everyone to take the
I request all members across all 12 centers to please rise and when I say my name, don't say my name, say your name. And similarly, when I call out my father's name, I request all of you to please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Aniket Talati, son of Sunil Talati, a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, do hereby solemnly swear in the name of God that as a chartered accountant, I shall be committed to excellence, independence, and integrity. I will sincerely work towards a corruption-free India, preparation of true, fair, and transparent financial statements, best practices in corporate governance, efficient and effective utilization of financial resources and compliances, and shall abide by the code of ethics pronounced by the Institute. I shall be fair, just, and honest in my dealings with all the stakeholders, and shall always maintain confidentiality. I shall deal all with humility, respect, and be responsive to the needs of society. While providing my services, I would always be true to the Constitution of India and will follow in letter and spirit all laws of the land. I shall relentlessly work towards inclusive growth of a resilient India. Jai Hind, Jai ICAI. Thank you.
And with that, we have successfully concluded our oath-taking ceremony. And I would now be requesting our Central Council member, CA Sanjay Kumar Agarwal, sir, to please give a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Nidhi. Very good morning now. But it's not yet good afternoon. Thank you. Good morning. Honorable President, Shri Aniket Sunil Talati ji. Honorable Vice President, Shri Ranjit Kumar Agarwal. My council colleague and MSS head, Pramod Jain ji. Raj Chawla ji. Sanjeev Singhal ji. I welcome Bhatia ji. Chairman of the NIRC, Gaurav ji, the Regional Council present here in Delhi, Sangam Agarwal ji, Vipin ji, and above all those who are there in 12 centers, the proud parents in their contribution, which is today you are reflecting. And this momentum occasion, when I passed in 86, I have never thought it that 15,000 members qualifying will be convocated together in one day, one time, and everywhere in the country. See the technology. So, sir, this is hats of you. And we are not only thankful to you, but we are thankful to the parents, which I said above all. Because of them only, today we are here. And for whole of the life, please do not forget that it is because of their hard work you are here. And every day, when you go out of your home or any place, just see to this that they are given full respect of what they have done for you. President Sir was taking the flight for the Mumbai because there are around 2,000 members over there. Yesterday night around 9:30, I told him, sir, you can't leave Delhi, otherwise we will not allow you to enter Delhi again. And Vice President cannot refuse because he has to be. But sir, if you would have been anywhere else, the joy which you are getting in the capital today you will not get anywhere. This which we can. So I request that we should give him a standing ovation. Please. He moves with the technology. He has not chosen a paper to speak at all. He speaks from his mobile and from heart, if at all. So this is the thankful to you. I am thankful to Vice President Ji also, and lighting the newly elected member chartered accountants. Yes. And let me tell you, the 11 more places where President Sir could not be there, I am expressing the thanks on their behalf also. The places where President could not reach because of this. Otherwise, I remember the day in 2016 when I was the council member at that time also. The President used to travel 16, 18 places in a year. And that's why we used to have a lot of piling over that, because those 16, 18 days, the President has to go to. Thankful to each one of you and all 12 center, President, Vice President, and the proud parent for this session. Please do not move. We have another session which will be relayed only locally to the local people. It is not all India relayed. So, yes. So with this, thank you very much. Please be here. Thank you very much. We'll be joining within 10 minutes.
I would once again like to thank our President and Vice President for gracing us with their presence today. Can we have a great round of applause, please?
May I request our guest of honor, Shri Amardeep Singh Bhatia ji, to please come on the dais.
We have with us a very special guest, Shri Amardeep Singh Bhatia ji, who's the Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry.